Most people who want to lose fat make the same mistake. They get on a treadmill, they jog at a comfortable pace for 45 minutes, they burn a few hundred calories, and they go home. And then they repeat this exact routine for months, and wonder why the results plateau after the first few weeks. The problem is not effort. The problem is biology. Your body is extraordinarily good at adapting to repetitive moderate intensity exercise. Within 4 to 6 weeks, the same workout that used to challenge you becomes routine, and your calorie burn drops significantly. Today I am going to show you the 6 training types that science has identified as genuinely superior for fat loss, not because they are trendy, but because they create a phenomenon called EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. The afterburn effect. The ability to keep burning fat for hours or even days after your workout ends. This is the real mechanism behind fast fat loss. And these 6 training types trigger it better than anything else available. Training type number 1. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT. HIIT is the most researched fat-burning training protocol in exercise science, and the evidence is unambiguous. A 2023 meta-analysis confirmed that HIIT reduces body fat and waist circumference more effectively than steady-state cardio. A comprehensive systematic review published in NIH/PMC in 2024, analyzing studies from 2014 to 2024, found that HIIT was the most effective training modality for fat reduction, particularly for promoting fat oxidation and muscle retention simultaneously. The mechanism is straightforward. HIIT involves short bursts of maximum effort exercise, 20 to 60 seconds, alternated with brief recovery periods. This forces your cardiovascular system and muscles to operate at above 70% of maximum heart rate, which research from the American Council on Exercise confirms is the threshold where fat burning becomes dramatically more efficient than at moderate intensities. And crucially, the intensity of HIIT creates an EPOC effect that keeps your metabolism elevated for up to 36 hours after the workout ends. Choose any explosive exercise: burpees, jump squats, mountain climbers, sprints, 20 to 60 seconds of maximum effort, equal or shorter rest, repeated for 20 to 30 minutes. 3 to 4 sessions per week. That is it. Training type number 2. Compound strength training. This is the most underrated fat-burning tool in existence and the one with the longest lasting impact on your metabolism. Compound exercises, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, lunges, overhead press, power cleans work multiple large muscle groups simultaneously. This has 2 critical consequences for fat loss. First, multi-joint compound movements burn significantly more calories per repetition than any isolation exercise. Second, and more importantly, compound training builds the most total muscle mass of any training type. And muscle is metabolically active tissue. Every pound of muscle burns approximately 6 calories per day at rest. Fat burns only 2. The more muscle you carry, the higher your resting metabolic rate, meaning you burn more calories 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while sleeping. This is the permanent metabolic upgrade that no other training type provides as efficiently. And the short-term afterburn is extraordinary too. A study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that a 30-minute compound exercise circuit, bench press, power cleans, and squats performed in 4 circuits, elevated participants' metabolisms for a full 48 hours after the workout. 48 hours of elevated fat burning from a 30-minute session. Use heavy weight, a rep range of 6 to 8 with good form, with minimal rest between sets. Train compound movements 2 to 4 times per week. If you can only choose one training type from this entire video, this is the one. Training type number 3. Metabolic Resistance Training, or MRT. Metabolic Resistance Training takes compound strength training and restructures it into a circuit format, stringing 5-8 exercises together with minimal rest between moves. The result is a training type that simultaneously delivers a strength stimulus, a cardiovascular stimulus, and a massive metabolic disturbance all in one session. Research shows that circuit-style MRT burns 20 to 30% more calories than standard training routines. This is because minimal rest between exercises keeps your heart rate elevated throughout the entire workout. You get the benefits of both resistance training and cardio at the same time. A 2024 randomized controlled trial published in the European Journal of Sports Science found that 8 weeks of full-body resistance training, the foundation of MRT, resulted in significantly greater fat loss compared to a split-body routine, despite both groups completing exactly the same total training volume. Full-body circuits are not just more efficient, they produce superior fat loss outcomes. The practical approach. Pick 5 to 8 compound movements. Perform them back to back with 15 to 30 seconds rest between exercises. Rest 60 to 90 seconds between complete circuits. Total workout time 20 to 40 minutes. No fancy equipment required. Bodyweight alone can deliver an exceptional metabolic effect if the intensity is high enough. Training type number 4, plyometric training. Plyometrics are explosive, high-impact movements, box jumps, jump squats, broad jumps, clap push-ups, bounding, and they burn fat through a mechanism that no other training type replicates. Fast-twitch muscle fiber activation. Unlike low-intensity exercise, which primarily uses slow-twitch muscle fibers, plyometrics recruit the large fast-twitch muscle fibers, and this creates a far greater metabolic surge both during and after exercise. According to the Mayo Clinic in 2025, activating fast-twitch muscle fibers creates a more metabolically active physiology that continues burning calories at an elevated rate long after training ends. University of Sydney research published in 2024 found that participants performing just 20-minute plyometric sessions 3 times per week reduced visceral fat, the dangerous fat surrounding internal organs, by 7% over a 12-week period. 7% visceral fat reduction from 3 20-minute sessions per week. The American College of Sports Medicine confirmed in 2024 that when combined with HIIT principles, plyometric routines burn 25 to 30% more calories per minute than moderate intensity exercise. And research in the Journal of Sports Sciences in 2023 showed that participants burn 10% more calories post-exercise after plyometric sessions compared to traditional steady-state cardio. One important caution: plyometrics are not for beginners and not appropriate for anyone with joint injuries. Always warm up thoroughly and progress gradually. Start with low-impact variations before advancing to box jumps. Training type number 5, sprint interval training, or SIT. Sprint interval training is similar to HIIT but uses truly all-out, supramaximal effort during the work intervals, not just near maximal. And the research suggests it may be the most time-efficient fat-burning protocol available. Research published in Frontiers in Physiology in 2024 found that sprint interval training delivers similar or better fat loss results compared to HIIT in significantly less total training time. The mechanism behind SIT's extraordinary fat-burning power is catecholamine release. Sprinting triggers the highest release of adrenaline and epinephrine of any exercise type, and these hormones directly mobilize fat stores by activating lipolysis in fat cells. Your fat is being broken down and released for energy as a direct hormonal response to the sprint itself. The practical protocol is elegantly simple. 5 minutes of light jogging as a warm-up, then 30 seconds of absolute maximum effort sprinting, followed by 60 to 90 seconds of walking or very easy jogging for recovery. Repeat 6 to 8 times. Cool down for 5 minutes. Total time, approximately 20 minutes. That 20 minutes produces fat loss comparable to 45 minutes of moderate steady-state cardio, according to the research. SIT can be performed as running sprints, cycling sprints, rowing sprints, or hill sprints. The modality does not matter. What matters is truly maximum effort during the work interval. Training type number 6, superset resistance training. A superset means performing 2 exercises back-to-back with 0 rest between them. This structural change to how you perform resistance training dramatically increases the metabolic demand of every single set. The most effective type is the antagonist superset, pairing opposing muscle groups such as bench press followed immediately by bent over rows, or bicep curls followed immediately by tricep extensions. This forces a rapid redistribution of blood volume between muscle groups, creating a cardiovascular demand that standard resistance training with rest periods simply cannot match. Research in the European Journal of Applied Physiology confirms that compound exercise supersets are among the most powerful triggers of the afterburn effect available in resistance training. The EPOC created by a superset session can last 24 to 48 hours, comparable to HIIT, but with the added benefit of direct muscle building. There is also a significant practical advantage. Supersetting reduces your total workout time by approximately 40% compared to training with standard rest periods, without reducing fat loss outcomes. 4 to 5 supersets per session is an effective starting point. Use compound movements. The combination of compound exercises and superset structure creates the maximum metabolic disturbance possible from a resistance training session. Here is the most important thing I want you to understand about all 6 of these training types. They share one common principle: intensity. The research is consistent across every modality. Exercise above 70% of maximum heart rate burns fat more effectively than moderate exercise. EPOC is directly correlated with intensity. Muscle building requires progressive overload and effort. Every one of these 6 training types forces you to work at a level that creates a metabolic response your body cannot simply absorb and dismiss. Combine at least 2 of these training types per week. Research published in Frontiers in Endocrinology in 2024 found that combined HIIT plus resistance training improved cardiorespiratory fitness and fat loss more than either modality alone. 3 to 4 sessions per week using these methods, combined with adequate protein intake of 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, and a slight caloric deficit, is the complete, evidence-based formula for fast fat burning. The science is not complicated. The application just requires consistency. See you in the next video.